Hey everybody, my name is David.
And I'm Dylan.
And we're the Wet Rats. And if you're not familiar with us, we do video game analysis, movie analysis, comedy sketches. What else do we do? Bullshit videos. We do all kinds of stuff.
Dating
Today,
vlogs.
True. Today we're here to talk about a TV series, though. We've never done that before. Actually, wait, we did. Evangelion. That was one of our biggest things, actually. That's one of our major features. We're talking about a live-action TV show.
Yeah.
Which we've never done before. We're going to be talking about episode 1 of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's safe to say it's going to be a new series we might try and do.
Yeah. So let us know what you think about this. If you're already a fan of us, or if you're just joining us, do you like what we have to say about the show? Would you like to hear our opinions on future episodes? Because I'm interested in the show. I want to definitely.
Yeah.
We're going to keep watching it. It's not really much effort for us to just do quick little videos where we talk about it. So
I mean, the first episode was good enough to warrant us to think about
making a series based on this series.
So hopefully that continues.
So let us know what you guys think, and if you're into this kind of thing. And again, if you're new to our channel, be sure to check out all of our. We just did a big Halloween movie special where we watched a bunch of scary movies. So if you like Evil Dead, you probably like scary movies. So check all that shit out. Anyways, let's talk about the series. Episode 1, the premiere episode. I will just say, before we talk about the actual episode, going into it, I was pretty nervous because I really wanted to like it, and I wasn't sure if I would. Right. It's been a long time since Army of Darkness. They did do the Evil Dead remake, but it was a different director. I know Raimi was involved, but Bruce Campbell wasn't in it, aside from a little cameo at the end after the credits. It was a different. It was somebody else's vision of Evil Dead. I actually didn't even bother to watch it. I actually heard it wasn't that bad, but it didn't interest me personally because it didn't seem to have the same atmosphere and tone.
And not to mention, it's like, if it wasn't Raimi trying to do something different and it was just like somebody else, it's just like, I've seen that. I don't...
Yeah, I've seen other directors do their take on people go stay in the woods. Like, I don't know. But recently we actually watched Drag Me to Hell, and I think that showed us that Raimi still has a lot of that super funny comedic horror
I really
stuff.
like Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell was great. So, that kind of made me more excited for this. I was like, well, if that was more recent, he knocked that out of the park. Maybe this will be great. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I really liked it.
If this show keeps up like on par with this, then this is going to be a really fucking good TV series.
Yeah. I wasn't sure, actually, going into it. Like, it is called Ash vs. Evil Dead, so I wasn't sure, like, are we going to lean more towards Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness? Because tonally, those movies are pretty different.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2 is an actual horror movie that's just hilarious. Army of Darkness is a fantasy adventure movie. It's totally different. And Ash's character is much different in Army of Darkness, because Evil Dead 2, like, he starts going crazy, and he says, stuff like groovy and stuff, but, he's still just kind of a guy, just like a hyper version of himself.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness, he's like fucking goofy and weird and one-liners all over the place, and they go with that version, which was totally fine, and I think really worked for this show, because for one thing, it's in line with the character. The last time we saw him, he was like that. I really liked that he's shitty.
Yeah.
He's so shitty.
Like, he's still like a person who's just like the hero, but not really. He's still kind of shitting people.
I will say, I like, they still make him a badass. Like, he can throw a fucking axe across the room and hit a zombie, no problem. Sorry, Deadeye, no problem. He can, like, fucking still, like, shoot like crazy and, like, do chainsaw stuff. He's still a badass, but at the same time, he lives in a fucking trailer park. Yeah. He's still working at that, like, Walmart knockoff store or whatever.
S-Mart? S-Mart, still working
something like that.
Yeah.
And he's still, like, going to bars and, like, trying to hit on women. He's such a shitty hero. I mean, the entire premise of the series is he got really high to impress a girl and read her passages from the Necronomicon, unleashing hell upon the world. That's the plot of the series. He got high and fucked the world over.
Yeah.
That's great. That's everything that it should have been. They really knew what they were doing when they wrote it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but also really cool, like, there was some good, like, classic Evil Dead 1 and 2, like, the Deadite moments where you see them and, like, their eyes are or whatever. Still great makeup, good effects. I don't know what the budget is for the show, but everything looked really good visually. It's cool, Army of Darkness obviously was a much bigger adventure movie, but Evil Dead 2 was, and 1 was just in a cabin. So it was cool to see all of this stuff, like, in the real world. Like, what if it happens at this store? What if it happens on a street or whatever?
Because Army of Darkness still kind of just takes place...
Yeah.
Like, not in the real world. It's still kind of like, here's this medieval... It's still kind of like in his castle.
This kind of alternate timeline version of the past.
just to like a small other area besides the castle place area. We're pretty much still the same kind of central location.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see more of like what the world is like when it's unleashed upon it. Or maybe not the world, but at least the city.
Right. Well, I kind of think it's funny too because this one he gets high and releases the creature liver.
Yeah.
And then Army of Darkness, he can't remember the last word, and he fucking unleashes the darkness because he's like, they're like, did you say all the words? He's like, well, basically I said all the words. So it's just like, it's the kind of same bullshit. Like this is really bullshit. Like he's the hero. But he just is like kind of a fuck up too.
Yeah.
But still saves the day.
But yeah, the dialogue was really funny. All the physical comedy was still great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like Sam Raimi moments. Like, there's a thing when he fights the little doll and it's like beating the shit. That's straight out of like Army of Darkness when he fights like the little version of himself.
Yeah.
There was so much about it that just felt right. And I was worried that it wouldn't. Now here's my concern. This was a fucking knockout episode. It ruled. Is the rest of the show going to be as good? I really hope it is. But I'm just a little worried that it's going to be one of those shows where Sam Raimi and his brother came back, they knocked it out of the park for the first episode, then they kind of hang back, maybe let some other people direct and write, and then maybe they'll come back and do a great finale. But
to me, it almost felt like a bad sign. Not that it was a bad... I mean, not that it ruined anything, but a bad sign that when they see the first episode, it's like directed by Sam Raimi, it's like, shit, I wish it would have been anybody else. Because if it was anybody else, you'd be like, okay, good.
Yeah, then I can trust other directors. But yeah, I'm a little worried. And maybe, I don't know for sure, maybe Sam Raimi will direct most of the episodes.
Yeah, maybe so.
It's possible. And even if he doesn't, maybe he'll be like heavily involved. But it's just, I wonder if next week it's going to be like, oh, this episode was kind of a lot slower.
I mean...
And I do think it'll probably pick up and have a great finale.
Not that I've watched it, but I mean... Rodriguez has the Dusk Till Dawn series going on.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, he's pretty involved in that. So hopefully Sammy does the same thing. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a huge passion project for him. But he is also a director doing, like, pretty big movies.
Yeah,
so, and maybe season 1 will be okay, but it's already greenlit for season 2.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some point where Raimi's not going to be around as much. Hopefully it's a lot later than sooner. But and
hopefully it's a TV series that knows you have a finite amount of seasons you can do.
Yeah.
Like, you can only...
Yeah, because I love Evil Dead 2... Army of Darkness, and even Evil Dead 1. I love that trilogy. But already, this season is going to be longer than all those movies combined. And it might get to the point where it's like, I've seen enough Evil Dead. But I hope that doesn't happen. It's just, that's what we're speculating. But one more thing. Bruce Campbell still has got it. Like, he's so funny. I mean, you know how they always say you should never put your hand in front of a moving train?
Yeah.
That's my favorite line of the episode. You know that classic saying?
Classic saying.
Never put your hand in front of a moving train. Well, what if there's a child on the tracks? Great pickup line. I really want to use that.
It's so great because he's like the perfect embodiment of every like macho man type stereotype character. Like he's like the incarnate of that character.
Yeah, he is like B actor. Like that. He like literally is that.
Yeah. Like he's this fucking... Before, he's just like this big meathead saying all these classic lines and getting all these girls. Now it's like that retired guy who still is trying to get all these girls. Like, he's gained a bit of weight, but he still, like, has it. It's just like, he just embodies that so fucking perfect. He just nails it. He's, like, made to be that character.
For sure. So, we are doing, not necessarily a review, but, we're just saying, like, just in case you didn't get the message already, you should definitely check the show out.
Yeah.
It definitely gets the Wet Rat seal of approval. And I'm actually really picky when it comes to shows and movies. And I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I mean, I thought even there wasn't shitty side characters. Side characters.
Yeah, so far. Maybe we'll have like a whole episode that doesn't have Bruce Campbell. God, I hope that doesn't happen.
Right.
But, I don't know, maybe the other characters will be so good it won't matter. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. So let us know what you guys thought about the episode. I really want to hear what other fans of the Evil Dead franchise thought of this show. And let us know if you liked us talking about it, because we definitely we're definitely going to keep watching the show, and we would be interested in maybe putting out more of these.
Right, and we'll probably go more in depth in other episodes, and more like we get more going on.
Yeah.
Right now it's kind of like not much to go into.
Right, well, and I didn't, not that there's like a lot to spoil, but I didn't want to spoil this first one just in case maybe people are checking this out.
Sure.
Just curious, like, oh, is this show worth watching?
Right.
Maybe you just wanted to hear somebody's like praise or hate of it so you could know if you should check it out for yourself.
Right.
Maybe if we do like episode 2, we'll actually go into like crazy spoiler territory. Because if you're watching episode 2, I think you're already sold on the show.
Because this is just establishing episodes. I'm sure as we go on, there will be elements like that where it's like we are discussing these crazy things that maybe happened.
Absolutely. So again, let us know all of that down in the comments, and or you can email us at thewetrats@gmail.com. And maybe we'll see you next week.
Maybe so.
Goodbye.
Bye.